I'm going to go ahead and start with this statement. I want to get this out of the way because I know it's going to come up. Okay. Justin Herbert, that young man, he has impressed from the very beginning, throwing him in there and the situation that I threw him in Kansas City. I mean, the ball was in the air when you find out he's going to be the starting quarterback. I just like the way he's handled that situation and everything he's done afterwards. I think he's shown the consistency that you look for, especially in a rookie quarterback. And he made some pretty nice throws too. Now he made some hell of plays. So I think this young man is just going to continually get better. And I know we can win with him. I believe that. We haven't done it yet, but I do believe those wins are coming. I'm only saying this right now because Justin is going to start Monday night in New Orleans, and Justin's going to be our starting quarterback. And I did not take that decision lightly because Tyrod Taylor is a veteran quarterback with a winning record in this league, which is very hard to do. And he's one of the best in the game in taking care of the football. I thought it would have been ideal for us to play this year with Tyrod Taylor as a starter and Justin to watch and learn, similar to what Patrick Mahomes did in Kansas City. But it didn't work out that way. He got thrown in the fire, and I thought he handled the situation well, and I want to see more of him. And it's not going to be a situation where he's looking over his shoulder. He's our starting quarterback. He make a bad play. He has a bad game. He's our quarterback, okay?
All right, let's open up to questions. Fernando, start us off.
Anthony, based off of what you've seen the last 3 games, what really impressed you and jumped out at you about the rookie quarterback?
Consistency. He was very consistent. I wanted to see how he handled. It's one thing to be told when the ball's in there on the kickoff that you're the starter. Well, you don't have time to react to a lot of things. You just got to go play football. But I want to see how he handled being the starter throughout the week and how he handled that pressure. And I think he's handled that very well, man. I think, like I said, I think he's been really consistent.
And just some of the throws that he made on Sunday off his back foot, other ones where he was facing pressure in his face. Is that typical of a rookie quarterback to be able to show stuff like that, getting pressure in his face and still being able to make throws?
Well, I don't think you can say that for all rookie quarterbacks. I think Justin has shown that he can do that, and we knew that. He has all the physical skills and talent in the world, but I believe playing that quarterback position, it's more the mental and the intangibles. We've had these talks, Justin and I. I've been with quarterbacks with half his talent, but they won football games. They're winners. They knew how to win. And it's not about just physical skill. I like the way he has managed the huddle. I like the way his teammates have responded to him. He is a leader in his own way. But, it was a total package for me. It wasn't just the big arm in the games. It was a total package.
When you talk about how you developed a rapport with Justin Herbert over the last 3-4 weeks, could you talk about that process?
It's been great. We've been throwing together pretty much since off season. Just building it, putting it together in the game, finding each other, making connections. It just keeps building.
Now, I know he's been a part of the team since the off season, obviously, as you mentioned. But seeing him thrusted into the starting role and his performance over the last few weeks, has he surprised you with anything he's done, or is this about what you expected?
I think it's what I expected, especially from a first-round guy. You expect him to come in, be a baller, be the guy that he was in college, and I think he's been doing that.
Anthony just announced that Justin's gonna be the starter. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that decision and what he's shown you over these 3 weeks that led him to earn that job.
Yeah, no, he's done a nice job. The past 3 games he's played, I mean, you've seen what he's done on the field. Completion percentage is at 72%. He's playing well. The ball's rarely hitting the ground. He's done a really nice job for us, and he's standing in the pocket and making some big-time throws. So excited for him going forward.
Last week when I asked you about, what jumped out to you most, what's impressed you most about him, you said it's just the fact that he hasn't flinched. Did he take another step forward in that department against the Bucs, just making those throws in pressure, taking the big hits, and still delivering, accurate
absolutely. Pass? Absolutely. I mean, you saw the first throw he made, T. Johnson, that fourth play of the game, able to stand in there. And then they brought the blitz there on that 3rd down where he hit Jalen Guyton for the big one. I was able to stand in there and make that throw. So big-time throw, standing in there, taking some hits, and completing the football.
Hunter, what have you seen from the Saints on defense? They have, a great secondary. They have a very good front seven. Just overall, what have you seen from them on film?
Like you said, they're very talented, big, physical. and then they can really, really run. So it's going to be a big ask, big challenge this weekend, and we know it going in. They're a really, really good football team. Obviously, they've showed it these past couple of years, and we got a big challenge ahead of us. And so I think we're all looking forward to it. But it's definitely going to be. They're really good, and we've got to be ready to go and execute throughout this week to be ready to go on Monday night.
How difficult is it to get to someone like Brady and then someone like Drew Brees, but they release the ball really quickly?
Yeah, they're both two of the best ever. Like you said, he gets rid of the ball really quick, and they both have good O-lines to work around them. So it's going to be a challenge this week as well.
Thank you.
Fernando.
Joey, what is it like having to face, two of the consecutive weeks having to go up against Tom and then going up against Breeze, like you said, two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
We know we could stop them. We were up however many points, 24-3, or I don't remember what it was exactly. But we had a good lead, and we were playing really good football against, like you said, one of the best quarterbacks ever. So it's something that we just have to finish games. It's been too many times we've had leads going into the second half, and we've given it up. So we just have to figure out as a team, as a defense, how to close and finish these games.
And the challenge of stopping Alvin Kamara, I think he has 7 total touchdowns this year. What makes him so difficult to defend?
Well, first of all, they do a great job utilizing him. In the backfield, out as a wide receiver, you're not quite sure where he's going to be at. And so, as far as that, they have a very good understanding of that. And then on top of it, just his skill set. Phenomenal player as a coaching staff. It's the best back that we feel like we've seen thus far. And, he's just extremely talented. He can do so many things, and he can take just a flare pass or a check down threat and turn it into an explosive play. So, you've got to watch a lot of tape on him just for his running style and his catching ability. So he just adds a whole nother dimension to the game. And you're not quite sure when he comes out in the field where he's going to align.
Hey, Jerry, what is it like having to prepare for two quarterbacks? Drew Brees is their main starter, but obviously Taysom Hill also comes in and runs some plays. Is it difficult having to prepare for both of those guys?
Our preparation is, for Drew Brees at quarterback. I think that the things that they do with Taysom Hill definitely, complicates their offense and allows them to get into different looks that confuse the defense. So I think if we're able to execute like we know we can, and then I don't think, what they do will be an issue.
There's been questions about Drew Brees' arm, if it's losing strength and all that. How have you seen him on film, and do you feel like he's still the same quarterback?
Absolutely. This is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He will, he's, going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. And we understand that, and we know what we got to do to stop him.
Can you talk about how dangerous running back Alvin Kamara is, and kind of what he does for the Saints offense?
I think their offense starts and ends with 41. So I think if we're able to corral him and play like we know we can, then I don't think we'll have any issues.
And this week you guys face a different kind of domino. Taysom Hill lines up all over the field, quarterback, receiver, running back, fullback. Just what have you seen from film on him, and how crucial is it to obviously know where 7 is at all times?
Yeah, he's a guy that's able to do a lot for them. They put him in a lot of different situations to try to confuse you. But I think our coaches have done a phenomenal job of breaking down the information and making it as simple as possible for us. And I think for a guy like him, he's a guy that can throw the ball, and he's also extremely explosive. So it's going to be extremely important for us to make sure that we go out there and do our jobs and fly around and stay disciplined.
Naz, you mentioned Breeze. Last week you had Brady. As a young player, what is this like you got back-to-back Hall of Famers and all-timers you're going against?
It's exciting. It's crazy to think about just how long they've been playing at a high level in this game, and obviously they have a great reputation. And it was definitely a good learning experience from last week, and we're just moving on and looking how we can improve.
What Gus said he thought defensively maybe things got a little unsettled in the last week in the second half, especially. What did you see against Brady when they had several long passes, and just kind of what happened when things kind of spiraled out of the control there a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, our coach is doing a great job even this week in practice, just preparing us for maybe chaotic situations where the offense maybe goes up tempo, or just making sure we're focusing on us and making sure we're in our right position, and everything else should take care of itself.